I have never been happier than I am today. Yeah, I'm not rich or powerful, and I never will be, but none of that matters. Today, my family has bought my future. Not the future of a housewife or handmaid, but a proper life I can be proud of. This is what I have always wanted, the life I used to tell my mom about for hours on end. In front of me is a run-down storefront with a cracked display window and a door hanging askew on its hinges.
I know it's not the nicest, Sarah, but I can help you fix it up. In a few months it'll look good as new. I promise.
My dad stammers, a nervous look on his face. I beam at him. He actually bought us a store. He has always known I wanted to run a hat shop. I've been obsessed with hats since I was a little girl, ever since the first time I saw a noble lady on a summer day. It's always been no more than a wish, but a wish I treasured deep in my heart, which I then wore on my sleeve. When I was a child, my parents thought it was a passing obsession. After a few years, they accepted it wasn't going anywhere, but didn't treat it as an actual option. I never wavered, however, and here I was, reaping the benefits of that determination. I love it, Dad. It couldn't be more perfect. I practically squeal, pulling him into a hug. I feel the tension leave his body as he returns my hug. The poor man has always done his best for me, and he has always been worried he wasn't doing well enough. My mother passed to the first plane when I was only 9, and he has been trying to raise me alone since then. It hasn't been easy on him, being a single father and working full-time at the Eastgate stables. Even so, he has never once neglected me, and has always pulled enough money together to get me everything I need. He has only been this tense a few times, however. The first time was when I had my first monthly. The silly man rushed me to the clinic in a panic as if he hadn't been married to a woman for years. The knowledge just fled from his addled mind the moment he found me sleeping in a bloody bed. It wasn't his fault he panicked, and I never blamed him, but he still gets adorably embarrassed if I tease him about it. The second time was when he was first approached by a potential suitor for me. I am, to put it simply, remarkably beautiful, not just among commoners, but even when compared to many noble women. Collector knows I'm not trying to be prideful here. It's just the truth that I have grown prettier with every passing year. As a result of this, my father has been approached by either suitors or their parents for the past couple of years. It's only gotten worse as I've started to develop. The first time this happened, my dad was at a complete loss. He didn't want to upset me, he didn't want to upset the boy who lived down the street, and he certainly wasn't ready to see me married. We are all the other has, however, and he knew he had to ask me about it. I've heard a lot of women get very little choice in their marriage, but my father would have none of that. He always asks my opinion on everything, and my future husband certainly wasn't going to be an exception. So, he approached me, nervous and toying with his own hat, to tell me about the interested boy. The amount of relief that washed over him when I said I wasn't interested makes me laugh to this day. Years later, after rejecting dozens of proposals, he is much less nervous. It has become clear that I'm not going to accept any of them. Romance has never interested me, and neither has marriage. I don't hate the concept, it's just not interesting to think about. I only have eyes for my hats. I have been consumed by learning how they are made and keeping up with the latest fashions in both common and noble circles. I even convinced a hatter's wife to show me a few things. I never really believed I'd have the chance to work in a hat shop, much less run one. I should have known something was up when my dad started picking up extra shifts and covering for other stable hands. He has been working himself to the bone for years. And this is why.